People are abandoning Texas real estate faster than they have ever before.
Texas saw one of the biggest drops in home prices across the country.
By the end of this video, you're going to know why people are leaving, where they're headed, and what to do in case you own real estate in Texas. If you're considering buying or selling in Texas, you're going to want to watch the last part of this video, which could help you make some extra money in your real estate in Texas. Sellers are cutting prices faster than a kid opens his presents on Christmas morning. San Antonio is reducing its prices, as well as Austin, which is actually going back to their normal price range. This is a good time for buyers. Houston and Dallas, on the other hand, they're stabilizing their prices. Due to recent tornadoes in Houston and Dallas, there has been an increase of supply in the market. And as previously mentioned, Austin's market has actually cooled down, which has also led to a higher supply. In addition to those events, the higher interest rates have actually hindered demand, which has caused even a higher supply of homes in the market. Florida and Texas are witnessing a significant increase of homes for sale, accompanied by moderate price reductions to attract buyers. This trend started during the pandemic when there was an increase of homes being built since many people were flocking to these states. Now that the pandemic boom is over, now there's an oversupply of homes that were built. Builders are offering buyers concessions that are hard to refuse, making it difficult for the individual home seller to attract buyers. The times of multiple offers are over, at least for now. Sellers, unfortunately, are still thinking this is a seller's market, and that's just not true. Sellers are overvaluing their homes, making it difficult to attract potential buyers.
So here's an article from Business Insider. 2 states where home prices are falling because there are too many houses and not enough buyers. Can you guess which are these states? Despite a U.S. housing shortage, Florida and Texas have too much supply, Redfin found. The states accelerate construction to take advantage of pandemic-era demand. But many are now priced out, while Florida's rising insurance costs are pushing down on demand. Clearly, builders thought that the pandemic was going to last a very long time, and they started building too much supply. And in that time, it was a great idea. There was the demand for homes, and people were really in a hurry to get homes and to move to these states. But not unfortunately, but the pandemic era maybe finished out earlier than everybody expected, and now we're dealing with this overflow of supply. So that's why we're really enforcing that this is a buyer's market right now. Let's keep going. A lack of U.S. housing has fenced off most would-be buyers, but 2 states are dealing with the opposite problem, an overflow of homes. Redfin has found that properties in Florida and Texas are stagnating on the market as demand is shifting away from these areas. Let's see. Out-of-town home buyers no longer see Florida as a place to get amazing value. Now they're moving to North Carolina or Tennessee to get a good deal. I mean, Florida, it does have a very high pricing in their market, and unfortunately, it is very difficult for a lot of people to find these prices attractive. And even here in Texas, we did mention that a lot of people are overvaluing their homes. So it's important to really keep in mind that if you're trying to compete essentially with a builder who is offering so many concessions, you want to have at least an attractive price. This is a buyer's market. This is an investor's market. This is the best time for if you're looking to invest in real estate. I want to see some other articles. Home prices are falling in parts of Florida and Texas as buyers tap out and supply outpaces demand. We just keep seeing these articles. Home prices are falling in parts of Florida and Texas, even as they soar nationally. Sale prices only dropped 15 of 221 metro areas last quarter, and 5 were in those states. High prices, steeper mortgage rates, and supply catching up demand help explain the declines. Let's see. The median sale price for existing single-family homes rose in 93% of 221 of those metro in the year through March, the National Association of Realtors reported this week. These were falls in just 15 markets, and 5 of those Florida and Texas again. We're seeing this coming up in several articles, and I know for a lot of people it's scary to think that what's happening, but you do need to keep in mind in Texas there's still a good amount of people that are moving here. It's just about pricing correctly and maybe being a bit flexible with how you're offering your home. There are a lot of new options. They're not only the traditional methods of payments, but you can also do seller financing. There's so many different options that you can think about or maybe discuss with your realtor, and that will help your home be a bit more attractive. Let's see one last one from the New York Post. Here are the prime pockets where home prices are actually falling in the US. The market tides are beginning to turn against home sellers, especially in 2 states that saw a number of people flocking there during COVID-19 years. Again, those looking to purchase property in parts of Texas and Florida are last in luck. The real estate market is finally beginning to cool as recently constructed homes list for sale and help saturate the markets, meaning lower prices. Let's see. The trend, however, is only currently occurring in sectors within the Lone Star and Sunshine states. So yes, you do have to keep in mind, in Texas, a lot of places the prices are dropping. It's not in the whole state. It's mostly San Antonio and Austin that are seeing these prices come down. And as I mentioned, they're actually going down to their normal ranges. Let's see, continue going here. In April, the number of homes on the market was higher than the pre-pandemic average in 10 metro areas across the 2 states, including Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, and Tampa, according to Realtor.com. Buyers do have a little bit more leverage. So as a buyer, you can get more concessions. You can ask more from the seller. So it is these articles, we're going to write them down in the description if you want to take a closer look at them. We just wanted to showcase this a little bit just to show you what is happening right now, what is currently happening in the market.
You need to understand the current trends and price your home accordingly to the reality that this is a buyer's market. Most recently, the natural disasters has impacted some homeowners in Texas, which are facing undue financial burden, having to rebuild their homes, especially if they're underinsured. This is especially true for areas like Houston and Dallas, which have been the most recently to be impacted. Between the rise of homeowners' property taxes and home insurance, this has caused a financial strain for many homeowners who are finding it difficult to meet their obligations. Even with all of these facts that we have shared with you, it's important to highlight that around 400,000 people move in Texas every year. Unfortunately, due to the surplus of homes that were built during the pandemic, this has really impacted individual home sellers trying to attract potential buyers, which is why it's important to price your home correctly. If you have a difficult time maybe understanding current trends, it is recommendable to work with a professional real estate agent. And if you need a real estate agent in your city, your area, you can always reach out to us and we can connect you with the right person according to your area. So please reach out and we'll be more than happy to help.